Okay, here we go. Happy New Year, everyone. Sorry, I was not recording before with voice. Hopefully you can hear me now. Lots of birthdays in January, so happy birthday to everyone, especially those on the call. So Christine and Max, who have birthdays later this month. Just a reminder, we have the Refer and Earn with Weichert bonus. We've had actually Max is the first one to give us someone, and hopefully we'll be having his referral join us down the road. Again, if you know of anyone at another company who's thinking about getting their license, whatever it is, you can get a bonus basically ongoing for referring them to Weichert. So please feel free to use the link here, referandearnwithweichert.com, and keep me updated if you do know of anyone. I'd love to have people who are looking to make money this year join the team. It's not come out very well, but this is a quote from Ching-Ying Chu. To succeed in life in today's world, you must have the will and the tenacity to finish the job. Again, I tend to always have a quote during these meetings. To me, tenacity and the will are so important in this business. I think, for many of you who've been in the business for a while, you know how to do the job. Maybe you don't have the will to actually do what you need to do to be successful. You don't have the tenacity to do the things, the prospecting calls, the emails, the texts, the reaching out to landlords, all these things, right? To succeed in this world, and I would say, especially in real estate, you really need to have will and to have tenacity. And again, if you feel like you've lost your will and you need some kind of guidance, let's set up a one-on-one. If you don't know what you're doing, let's set up a one-on-one, right? There's so many things that I can help you with, that some of the experienced agents here as mentors can help you with, right? And again, if you're not getting the results that you desire, and hopefully you guys are all in this, both to help clients, but also to put some money in your pocket, then, it's something we should really be working on. So set up a one-on-one, this week, next week with me, and we'll go over steps that you can take. And all you need to do is have that tenacity and actually do those things. And I promise you, if you do those things regularly, you will see results in this business. Again, I sent out an email about this yesterday, but on next Thursday, the 12th, we're having a holiday party. You need to RSVP, and then I'll send out next week my address and all the details. 6:30 on the 12th, we'll be having food and drinks at my apartment. Donnie will not be joining us, unfortunately. He'll be sleeping over next door for anyone who's afraid of dogs, so don't worry about that. But please RSVP by Monday so I can know about restrictions and things like that, so I can order everything that we need for the party. But looking forward to seeing you guys and kind of celebrating the new year. The one thing I do ask is if anyone is not feeling well, even if you feel like it's just a cold, please, we'll miss you, but please don't come. Again, we're all kind of working on staying healthy. So again, if you're not feeling great, please skip it, and we'll see you another time. Just a reminder about our schedule. Every Tuesday at 12, we have a workshop. This coming Tuesday, Michael Ryder is going to be talking about leads and how to best convert them, especially given leads that come from places like StreetEasy, like OpCity. He has come up with some really, really great best practices of how to get these leads converted. Again, that's a kind of call to action for you. If you're not getting any leads and you want them, let me know. We can work out how to create them for you. Again, we've got the Weichert Lead Network, we've got OpCity, we've got Rocket Homes. There's tons and tons of ways to get buyers for you. And again, we can kind of get you going with more people if you're willing to take them out and convert them, right? That's the biggest thing. It's all about conversion numbers and stuff like that. So again, just a reminder also, Wednesdays from 10 to 12 here in the office, we do our prospecting session. Feel free to join us before the bi-weekly meeting for that. And I'll be sending this out. This is the digital calendar of Weichert University. They send it out at the beginning of the month now. You can enroll on these again today from 1 to 2:30. There's a DigiSign Basics workshop. Again, sign up for it on Weichert University. You can also sign up through the calendar, which I'll be sending out. How to design your listing presentation, strategies for inventory. Again, how to generate more leads with your My Weichert website, right? It's a great way to get more leads by doing mass emails and things like that. Again, if you're not on Lead Specialist, on the 25th, they'll be doing that. Again, tons of things every day. There's something. So if you're not getting the leads in the business that you're looking for, use this as a way to kind of jumpstart your thinking and get new ideas of ways that you can build your business. Again, SkySlope, right? SkySlope is our new kind of all-in-one system. It is transaction management, right? So instead of emailing me files, everything goes into SkySlope going forward. Any deal that closed since December 1st has to be in SkySlope. So again, if you had anything that closed and you didn't put it in there, please put it in there. If you have questions, again, we have these trainings that happen. I sent out a pretty, I think, easy to follow video of how to do the basics of it. SkySlope also has in it DigiSign, which is our new DocuSign. It has all of our documents in there as well, so you shouldn't need the Google Drive anymore. So again, those three things all in one. So again, if you haven't done the training yet, please do that. Again, today at 1 is a great time to do that. If you have done it and you need a refresher, take the course too. It's pretty quick and pretty straightforward. And as a reminder, there's always 24/7 SkySlope support. You can message them through the system, you can email, you can text, or you can call them. Again, in our transition to DigiSign and to SkySlope, there are 4 disclosure forms which are required for every single deal, right? So from today forward, any deal that you do will not be paid out unless these 4 disclosures are assigned to it, right? Again, any deal from today forward will not be paid out on unless these are in the DigiSign, in the SkySlope file going forward, right? So the first 2 you know about, you've all been sending in the agency disclosure form, right? Again, if you have questions about that, just remember, whoever you're representing has to sign it, right? So if you're representing the buyer, the seller, the landlord, or the tenant, you need to get them to sign. If there's dual agency, both sides need to sign. If there's not dual agency, but there's no other broker involved, both sides have to sign, right? And again, if you have questions about how to fill out the form, let me know. Again, the great thing about DigiSign is that all these forms are already in there. You can check off these 4, send them to your client, have them sign them all right when you get the client, and then you're done, right? You don't need to do anything else with them for that transaction, except for show them properties, things like that. The second one is the anti-discrimination fair housing form. Again, it tells your client where they can report if they feel like their fair housing rights have been violated and what those rights are, basically. The 3rd and 4th are ones that we should have been getting for a while, but many of you haven't done. I haven't done either. So again, we're starting from today that these need to be done. The first is a wire fraud notice, right? This is basically a notice telling people that wire fraud happens and they shouldn't wire money to anyone without signing this, or without getting confirmation of who they're sending it to. Again, this has been a requirement for a while, but we have not enforced it. It's being enforced as of today. Number 4 is the RESPA disclosure, right? What is RESPA? RESPA basically lets every client know any service that they can get from us, right? And so again, in working with them, they know that we have real estate services here at Weichert, but you must let every single customer, client, person that you work with know that we also have a mortgage company and we also have an insurance company, right? Why do we have to do that? Because New York state law says that we have to disclose any service, right? It is against the law to not tell a customer of yours that Weichert has an insurance company or a mortgage company. And what if you ask yourself, well, I'm working with a renter, do I still get this signed? Yes, you do, because again, they might need insurance and they might want to buy something in the future, right? Again, this is in response to the fact that other companies, and I'm not saying anyone here at Weichert did it, other companies would maybe not let people know they have a mortgage company because they didn't think the person get qualified for a mortgage, right? That is against fair housing. That is against the law. You need to have this signed. Again, if there's any questions about this, let me know. Again, all of these are in DigiSign, so you can get them all from there and send them as one template to your customers going forward. Get it all done at the beginning. You never have to worry about these disclosures going forward. Again, I've kind of gone over this with a number of you, but we actually have a new office fully signed. We're moving in March. We don't have an exact date yet, but anyone who has a bunch of stuff in the office, again, everything will be moved for us. We want to get rid of everything that we can, old files that are more than 7 years old, anything that you don't want. Again, we'll have some kind of get rid of stuff days and whatnot. We'll take all the trash out. Our new office, again, sometime in March, I would say, around the middle of the month. But again, as we get closer to it, I'll let you know. Again, 27 Union Square West, Suite 803. This is between 15th and 16th Street. For anyone familiar, it's the kind of 1970s blue, kind of like plasticky looking building on the west side of Union Square. Coffee shop used to be in that building. It's now a Chase Bank on the ground floor. Attended building with a doorman and stuff like that. 1 floor, elevator, again, I think it's going to make everything easier for customers. Again, unfortunately, I love the space we're in, but we don't have an elevator here. So anyone who might have any mobility issues, it's virtually impossible for them to get in here. And so we're solving that. We're going to have a little more space. We'll talk about that kind of down the road. But again, we'll be moving sometime in March. I just wanted to let everyone know. Hopefully it is convenient for all of you. Again, Union Square is very centrally located. You can get there by every subway line, basically. So. Oh, and with this, again, just to let you guys know now, I'll keep going over this. For anyone who has purchased real estate cards, we will purchase new ones for you. We'll be updating the pocket cards and all that stuff. Again, don't worry about that. And again, if you are having a sign made, because we technically have possession of this space as of the 1st of February, I would recommend using this address on the sign. Just again, that way you don't have to, fix the bottom. I've got mine here with the old address, so I'm gonna have to update this one. Because we do need to have our address on any signs that we have. But again, if any questions about that, please reach out to me directly, and we can kind of address anything that you need. The Urban Digs market report is going to be coming out by the end of the week. For anyone who has not seen it before, we get basically a 4-page ad, and we add some photos to it from Urban Digs. This is a Manhattan market report. It is a great thing to send to your customers and clients to keep them updated of what's going on in New York City right now, and again in Manhattan. Again, for Brooklyn, you can use Urban Digs and actually create your own market report if you'd like to. We can go over that in the future, and we're going to have Urban Digs come and talk to us again about some cool features of the platform and whatnot in the next month or so. But again, it's a great thing to send out, over the My Weichert system, and to get it out to anyone or prospective people that you want to work with. Jamie couldn't be here today, but again, Jamie Goldberg is our Weichert insurance specialist. His cell phone and email are here. If you don't have them, please, again, you should have them. Again, a warm introduction to Jamie is always a good thing. He's helped many of our customers and clients. And we'll talk about that when Doug talks with our kind of all under one roof proposition. So again, his information is here. And with that, I will give it over to Doug. And I have your slides, Doug.
Okay, great. Thanks. Let's go to the first slide if we could. So happy New Year, everybody. We're starting off, rates went up a little bit last week, but nothing really to be too concerned with because there wasn't a lot of data last week. So, the trading goes off of data and there really wasn't much to go off of. So if rates went up a bit, it's not really something to be alarmed at, certainly on a one-off. We didn't see the normal Santa Claus rally that people talk about where stocks rally towards the end of the year many times for various reasons. That did not happen. Pending home sales were a little bit lower, which has kind of been the norm as of late. So again, rates ticked up a bit, but nothing really to be concerned with. On a one-off basis. This week we have the jobs report. Jobs have been, probably the biggest factor in the Federal Reserve raising rates. Essentially, they're trying to cool down the economy, and the fact that jobs have been very strong leads them to raise rates more than we want. So we're kind of hoping, believe it or not, for a cooler jobs report. We want the economy to slow down. Once the economy slows down a bit, the Federal Reserve can stop or slow down their pace of raising. They already slowed down. The last increase was less than the previous 4, and we're hoping that they continue that trend, that we get to a point where there's no more increases, which hopefully will happen, first quarter, second quarter next year, but we'll have to see. Let's look at the next slide if we could. This is where we stand, 30-year fix right now. This is a national average, 6.54. This is conforming and high balance conforming. So, it's been in somewhat of a tight range the last 2 months, which is good. That's what we want. We want some sort of normalcy. And it's sort of, I would describe it as a plateau. There is some people who feel that by third, fourth quarter next year, we could be in the mid 5s, which would, be great if we settle down there. It's still, people are kind of getting used to the new reality from a year ago, which was, we were basically, low 3s. And it's been a while now. So a year later, we're 6.5 and we're kind of stabilizing. So these are actually good things for mortgage rates and for buyers. 15 years, just about 5 7/8. Same concept where it's come up a lot, but it's been stable for the last couple of months, and stability is really what we want. Let's look at the next slide if we could. We have a new program, which is something that really you should keep in mind for some buyers that have been on the fence. They're not sure. The market's been sort of unusual, to say the least, for the last year. So some people don't know what to do and they're kind of frozen. So if they're not sure about the financing element of it, the Weichert Advantage is basically saying, if you apply for financing, you don't have to close, but if you apply for financing for a new home with us by the end of March, as long as you make 7 payments, we can refinance you if rates go down and we don't charge any lender fees. So it's just another incentive, something to sort of push somebody off the fence if they're sitting on the fence, if they don't know what to do. If they're thinking, well, rates might go down. Well, if they go down, we're going to save you some money if you refinance. So it's just another reason for them to move forward now. Let's take a look at the next slide if we could. This is a survey. This is a client of Peter's and I, Peter C. She was a first-time home buyer. We took very good care of her. And she was really very happy with things. As you can see, everything was top marks. Overall experience was great. Her comment was, being a first-time buyer, Doug was extremely patient and thorough in making sure I understood what was going on. She needed a little bit of hand-holding. That's what we're here for. And the whole goal of All Under One Roof is a superior customer experience. And happy customers lead to referrals many times for everybody. So she was very happy and we're doing a good job. And Peter did a great job. And thank you again, Peter, for referring her to me. Kara was a great client. Let's go to the next slide if we could. This is a trivia question of the week. There's, according to a study, they don't really say what study it is, whoever made the slide, but as far as New Year's resolutions go, what are the percentage of actually achieving them? So what percent of people actually achieve their goals? So it's 40%, 10%, 20%, or 30%. Do we have any guesses?
Max says C, Christine and Dewey say B, 10%. 10% for Aiden. Peter says 20. Anybody
else? Last chance. It's unfortunately it's 10%. People seem to maybe have bigger goals than they can achieve, but you know what? One step at a time. Every goal is achieved with small steps. So that's all I have for this week. Like I said, there's been not a lot of data for the holidays, but keep in mind, if I can help you with anything, if you're working with a client, if they need credit repair, we have a way to do that. If they have been in the buying process for a while, given how much things have changed, they should have their pre-approval redone, relooked at. Even if they're going with somebody else, it doesn't hurt to have a conversation. I'm there for that. If you're doing an open house and you need affordability sheets, basically use me as a resource. Anything you need, I'm here to help.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Okay, congratulations. We have a good number over the last couple of weeks. A lot of rentals. Leslie, Rebecca, Sarah, Zach, Michael, Paris, Dewey, Tanya, Christine, F, Brian, and Voss all did rentals. Congratulations to you guys. We had a couple contracts signed, Peter F, Christine, and Aileen. So congratulations to you guys on those signed contracts. We had some new sale listings. Peter and Ellen both had new listings, so congratulations to them. Closings, Peter, Will, Laura, Tom, and Peter, both Peters actually, Peter F and Peter T. So congratulations to both of you. And again, Peter T, that was our first one with Weichert, so congratulations on that. And it was an all under one roof, right? So they used Peter for for a real estate agent, they used Doug for a mortgage, and they used Jamie for insurance. So that's really a great thing. So congratulations to you, Peter, and to everyone for the closings. And again, I always like to leave some time for new listings and listings needed. If anyone has anything new or something coming up, or if they're working with someone and they can't find anything, Ellen, sorry, she texted me. She wanted me to remind everyone that she has 1717 East 18th Street. It's $429,000, including a parking spot. Doorman Co-op building, junior 4 that needs a little bit of work. It's not right near the BQ train at Kings Highway, and it is on the first floor. So a great apartment. Anyone else have anything they would like to announce, or are they looking for something that they cannot find? Going once, going twice.
I have a question.
Sure, Max.
Where do we find the Urban Digs product?
So urbandigs.com. Everyone, www.urbandigs.com. Everyone gets a free 2-week membership with their Wykert email. Once that expires, if you're using it, reach out to me, and I can set you up with a full paid subscription after the 2-week trial is over.
Okay, thanks.
Well, thank you guys for your time. Again, please
Say
RSVP.
one thing.
Oh,
They
hey, Christine. Sure.
I consistently get emails from Urban Digs with the market reports. So
You can sign up. You can definitely sign up for their updates. You can do it based on neighborhoods or borough. So like you can get a Brooklyn one, there's a Manhattan one, they do a new development one. There's tons of reports in there. So if you haven't used Urban Digs, unfortunately they're not in Queens yet. For anyone who works in Queens, they're working on that. They basically want to make sure they have extremely clean data before they update. And Queens has some of the dirtiest data, I would say, of the boroughs. I mean, the Bronx and Staten Island are worse, but and the reason for that is that there are multiple MLSs. A lot of things are sold off the MLS, and so they are going through and cleaning up all of the sold data from the past, like since it's basically been recorded for co-ops since I think 2013. I think they had to start recording it, and from condos and homes since Acris was around. So they're going back there and cleaning it up, which takes a lot of time and a lot of manpower. So that's why they're only in Manhattan and Brooklyn, right? Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it again. Please RSVP for the party if you haven't done it yet by Monday at the latest. And I'll be sending out the slides and the video and talk to you guys later. Thank you so much and have a great rest of the day.